Hi, good morning. It's Tanny the Canadian Stamper. Happy Saturday crafting. And we're going to use Country Flowers, which is this one here, to make a fun fold. This one here is kind of a fun fold. It's kind of a unique design. Some tricky glue work coming up. And I'm going to show you some, some of my products that I got that are coming up in the new annual catalog. So welcome to it. We're just going to jump right in and get going because there's a little bit of coloring to do and I want to get that going. How's your morning? Thanks for stopping by. So here's the new Stampin' Up catalog that is coming May 6th and will be good until May 4th, 2026. Welcome to it. So let me show you some of my the goodies that I have. Here's these. So this is a new stamp set that's coming, and you got to have a good sentiment stamp set. And this one I feel has some good inside sentiments that are unique and a little bit different to have. So I'm looking forward to that. So it's a red rubber or cling mount stamp. So you pull off this piece, grab the sticker and stick it on there. And then I have, let's do this one first. So Scenic Adventures. I haven't opened the dies yet, but what I do is I take it out, I take a photocopy of the die. Some people will trace, if you don't have a photocopier, or another way is to just trace around the die so that you know where they go back on the sheet. And then Scenic Adventures. So there's outdoor type dies that go with this. Okay, I want to see. Let's just open it quickly. Good morning. I see some of you jumping on. I'm going to pull up your comments. Oops. Ooh. So this looks like a mountain range, some trees, some grass. Okay, that's fun. Oh, there's some little logs for like a fire pit. Fun. All right, so that's that. Then we have Pretty Florals. So this is, so there's no sentiment on here, but it's two-step stamping. So when you see an image like this, that's just a flat dark. So what you do for two-step stamping is you have this main image, and then you have the, I guess, textured image to go over top to get the different looks. So that's two-step stamping. Whoops, which with some matching dies. I'm not going to open them. Sweet Blooms with matching dies. These are photopolymer stamp sets. So be careful when pulling these off. You don't want to stretch the stamp per se. Then the new in colors. So every year Stampin' Up comes out with 5 new in colors. So these are the names. They're kind of funny. Darling Duckling and Secret Sea. So there is one missing. I'm not sure the name of it. I should bring up your comments. But because it didn't meet Stampin' Up's quality that they wanted, so they're making them again. And so here's all of the coordinating. Might actually be whatever this cloud something I think it's called. So these are the gems that go. So the Stampin' Up colors are good for 2 years. So the current colors, some are retiring. They retire at the same time the catalog switches over every year. Let me see your comments. I gotta see what you're saying. Good morning, Jan, Jackie, Kyle. Oh, hi, Kate, Terry. Good morning. So this is new. This is the current 2024 to 2026 in colors. Some paper. These are existing. This isn't brand new. Okay. And then this paper, which is so very pretty. It comes from a suite. It's called Beautiful Gallery. I did not get the whole suite. It's a bit antique-y for my style. I don't know if anybody, I know some demonstrators are on. I wonder if you got this sweet. The paper is just, whenever in doubt for Stampin' Up paper, just get it. Just buy it. I mean, I can probably count on one hand how many times in 8 years I've been disappointed with Stampin' Up's paper. It's rare. So just flip through quickly. So you kind of get a feel for the color palette. I want to see this. Oh, that's better. So Stampin' Up they hire artists to like paint, obviously not this one, paint images, and then they make it into paper. It's incredible. So you get 4 sheets of each, it looks like. Like, it's so pretty. Gosh, did somebody paint that? They must have. I just love it. Gosh, now I'm talking myself into buying the whole suite. Gosh darn it. Ooh, that's pretty. That's really pretty. I wonder if the video is doing it justice. I'm not sure. I saw, when we talked last night, Kate, I saw some of your class that's tomorrow, and you've got some online exclusives. I'm not sure. This is really pretty too, if some of these are online exclusives. Gosh, these are, look how pretty those are. I'm geeking out here over this paper. Okay, so there's that paper, whatever order it went in. Oh, and then there's one of the bundles I got, Florals in Bloom. There's matching designer series paper that goes with. Sure, let's look. If you have time to stick around for it. If you're on replay and you don't want to see it, then you'll fast forward. But I want to see what this paper looks like. All right. So you get two-sided. Let me go like this. So usually the front and back complement one another. And they do not disappoint. Geez, these are pretty. They're, ooh, that's pretty. They have some, they're like beautiful colors. It's really pretty. Ooh, that's pretty. I'm trying to think about what colors these are. I don't have the new colors memorized yet. I love my purples. This is really pretty. Ooh, that looks nice. With that as the background, like a, these are new colors. I'm digging it. Love it. Some pretty flowers. You can fussy cut those out. I bet you some of the dies cut these out. That's a cute little background. Oh, and that's it. So that's fun. Florals in Bloom. Oh, you did get the suite too. All right, so let's get to, oh, we have one more. Whoops, this is a new kit. So Stampin' Up comes out with 2 new kits every month, the first of every month, and they're online. And this one is to make a bouquet of flowers. Paper bouquet. So you get the stems. I think it's gonna be fun. I don't know, we'll see. So here, so the kit comes with all your bits and bobs, all pre-cut and ready to go. And then this, if you're, in case you're wondering, all kits are the same for Stampin' Up, is that this piece of paper with this image is actually a little booklet, and it gives you step-by-step instructions on how to put it together. And usually they have all the glue that's in there, everything that you need is there. So you could just take this kit and you could put it together all in one, or you can, like if you're going traveling or whatever. All right, so we're using today Country Flowers, stamp set and dies. This is on the last chance list, which is why we're doing this. I had a different project planned for today, but this one's on the last chance list, and it's an absolute favorite. So normally I resale all my retired stuff I don't think that's gonna happen for this one. I absolutely love this set. Okay, so here's our pieces. And we're just going to, Kate showed me a good trick last night. If you take your, let me grab it. So if you take your paper trimmer, Kate apparently did a reel. If you haven't checked out the West Coast Paper Crafter, she does a lot of reels with helpful tips. So taking the edge of your card and putting up against this little lip, and then you're folding it. Usually it's works better with like a regular card base. So like this, and then in order to make sure that it's lined up, all of us struggle with this. If you make cards, you may not notice it, but I always worry that it's crooked. But this little trick of pushing it up against there, it's perfect every time. Thanks, Kate. Kate and I were video chatting last night, and she was putting together some of her kits for tomorrow's class, and I was watching her work while we were kibitzing. I'm like, hey, what are you doing there? Fancy pants? Okay, so I promise the newsletter will go out tomorrow. I am not doing well with my newsletter each week. Honestly, last week, Monday, I sat down to do my newsletter, and it was Monday. I'm like, Tanya, you're supposed to be sending out your newsletter on Sunday, not Monday, because last weekend was a holiday, long weekend. Anyways. Okay, so measurements for this. Let me show you the measurements. I'm gonna tell you what they are quickly. Okay, so this is a 8.5 by 11 piece of paper is what you start with. 8.5 by 11, and you're going to score it, if you wish, score that 8.5 by 11 piece of paper at 5.5, and then or cut it, sorry, and then you're going to score it at 1.5, 5 3/4. So 5.5 this way, then you're going to score at 1.5 and 5 3/4. Okay. Then once you have the base, you can measure your own layers to go on it. You know, you're just gonna. I'm putting no border on here, so it's just butting up. I'm switching this one around. This is paper from the current annual catalog. I have no idea what it's called. But when the catalog switches over, usually Stampin' Up, gets rid of a bunch of paper and replaces it with all new paper. Sometimes because the in colors have, so any designer series paper in the annual catalog that has in colors that are retiring, for sure the paper is gonna go. So I try to use it up and use up the paper. So there's that. So this one I didn't trim, or I didn't cut it quite right. So just turn your card upside down, or backwards I should say, and just trim off from the back. Of course you wouldn't do it from the front. That's just poor cutting, but it's okay. Yeah. All right. Now this other little piece is optional. You can put it on the inside if you wish. So this is how it looks. This is the fun part. We're fun folding. This is a card, and this is the fun part with the fun fold. All right, so let's do this side on the inside. So it's optional if you want to add this little piece. So we're going to do some strategic gluing, because you'll notice on the fun fold piece that you have elements that don't have any glue on them. So let's build our elements, and then we will strategically glue. Okay, so we're creasing these. Now this piece that's going to go, this is Misty Moonlight, which picks up the colors in here. It's perfectly left to right going this way. I'm going to tell you what the measurement is. 4 1/4 by 1. All right, so let's do our elements. So I have our stamps mounted and I have our pieces. This is a leftover, this kit I'm using is leftover from one of the Craft and Chat projects from months ago, I think. Oh, Tulip Festival in Abbotsford. Oh, awesome, Wendy. That sounds super fun. Okay, so I'm gonna, this is, yeah, I'm just really inking this up. Hi, Philomena. Welcome, welcome. Jan Zachary is over at Archie Browning Arena over in your neck of the woods this morning. He's volunteering at the Garage Alinea. That's happening over there. They're doing their fundraising for their trip to Greece next year. So they did I probably could have fit it all on one piece, but so this is a little bucket. And then we're gonna add some, so add an element, this little guy. It says market or flower market, which is what we're gonna, so we're doing exactly, except for the DSP is flipped. All right, and then we're gonna add our little flower market. Cute. All right, and then this is mucky. One moment, please. You know how you get ink on yourself and then on your fingers randomly, and then it's all over your white cardstock. You know what I'm talking about. All right, now let's color quickly and tell you about a couple things. Okay, so let's talk about the flower or the colors I'm using. So light and dark berry burst. And so I'm going to do this quickly. What is this? This is light. And then, should I zoom in? Let's zoom in for my coloring. Whoops. Oh my gosh. This happened last time. Stand by. There we go. I'm going to try and zoom in so you can see my coloring. There we go. All right. So I was hoping that they would give Zach a shift for volunteering that was after my live, because I wanted to go check out the Garage Alinea, see what there is. Zach always says to me, Mom, you don't need any more stuff. He's probably right. Okay, so there's Berry Burst. Let's do our Granny Apple. Usually I don't color on my lives, but here I am, coloring. Okay, so what do I have going on? Stampin' Up just finished 3 days of free shipping, which is amazing. And we're Creativity Now is coming up on June 21st, which is another little crafting event by Stampin' Up. Okay, now I'm going to use light and dark lemon lolly. What's this? This is dark. I want light first. Brush tip. So I'm going to do light all over the whole flower. And I'm very gentle with the tips of my blender pens. Like you don't need to push. It's just very delicate. Very delicate. And here. Yes, Jan, I could have come for a visit with you as well. That would have been good. He's there for 2 hours. Yeah, and then there's another set of kids coming in. I guess not a lot of kids wanted to do the morning shift. I didn't give Zach a choice. I'm like, you're going at 8 o'clock, buddy. That's it. Okay, so now we're gonna do blue, balmy blue, dark and light. So I always start with light. I don't profess to be a professional colorer, but I go in with light and then I go over with dark and just kind of where the shadows would be. And then I go back in with light and blend it a bit. I'm not really sure what this flower is that I'm coloring currently. Might do U blue too. So then I'm going to use my mini stamp cut and emboss machine to cut out our pieces. Okay, so this is dark. So I'm just kind of hitting the base of each leaf. Then I might just do it in the middle with these ones. All right, so Craft and Chat is next weekend. We can do one more spot. I'm just feeling like this nib is quite far out. One more spot. I'm not going to do a full house this round. It gets to be a bit busy. So we're going to stick with 6. So there's one left. All right, so now I'm going to go back to my berry burst with the light berry burst. Oh, and I'm just going to color these and then we're done. And I'll have to remember to pull my camera back out. Oh, I lied to you. Let's do this one in yellow. No, I'm not. I'm just seeing your comment, Kate. It's not Costco today. We're going ATVing today with some friends. ATVing in Souk somewhere, maybe? Our friends Pat and Angela, whoops, friends with, their son is friends with Zach. And Pat has been trying to get us to go, inviting us to go, where's my dice? ATVing for, I don't know, year, 2 years, since I was in school is how long he's been asking. Okay, so there's all of the 3 dies that we need. So there's other options if you wanted to add more flowers. This one's on the last chance list, in case you missed that. Okay, so we're gonna cut 2 of these first. So you're gonna make a sandwich. You're gonna put the bumpy side down and the table's gonna shake. Oh, I'm quite close, aren't I? Let me zoom out a bit. Whoops. Oh, crud. Yeah. So we're going ATVing. It's going to be a beautiful day for it. I guess Pat was saying yesterday he's got, so I'm going to borrow, I have a small head, fun fact. Tanya has a small head, so I need a child size helmet. So I'm going to use a helmet, one of the kids' helmets, and I guess Pat put in like radios, walkie-talkie kind of things, so we can talk to each other while we're ATVing, I guess. I don't think I'm driving an ATV. I'm not sure. We'll see. And, but then he says, but Angela, we don't have one for Angela, and Angela is his wife, Pat's wife. And I said, oh, he's like, so we won't be able to talk to Angela. I'm like, well, that's too bad for, like, how come? Seems kind of too bad that poor Angela, we're not going to get to talk to her. He's like, well, she doesn't like going. In fact, she hates going. It's not her thing. So I think Angela's going because I'm going and she's being a good friend. So that was kind of funny. All right, so you see what I'm doing here, making these little stacks, layers, I should say. So we're gonna put our die down over, I feel like I should have washi tape, but I'm risking it. Risking it. You have your own ATV. I knew you had well, I didn't, I knew you, I'm not sure if I knew you had your own ATV. I know you have ATVs at your house, Kate, but I could tell you where we're going and then you can come crash the party. All right, so I need to have, I need to stamp sentiment and then we're gonna put it all together. I need a congratulations. However, there is no congratulations in my repertoire of whatchamacallit, options. So we're just gonna go with this one, heartfelt sympathy. So I'm just picking it up on the other side, inking it up, putting it down. That sucked. Hang on, I can't see it. I thought it was gonna be easier than that. One moment, please. Let me take this guy off. Boom. Okay. He collects ATVs. 4 ATVs? You're only a family of 3. That's funny. He collects them. Okay. I'm not sure I've heard that one before. All right, so I'm going to keep my mat. All right, so this is how this is going to go. We're going to do this. Strategic gluing. We're doing, this is my technique. Put my finger where I don't want glue. Whoops. This one's easy because it's going to fit perfectly left to right. So let that get tacky. So we're going to do it dry first. So these back pieces are, what color is this? Pretty Peacock. And it's optional. So you can, this is what we're doing. We're using this blue piece to act as our kind of table, if you will. And then we're gonna add this. So that looks great all on its own, but if we add in some pieces to the back, like so, see how it just gives it a little something something? That's how it goes. All right, let's pop. We're popping. Here's our piece. Actually, are we popping? Doesn't matter. You can do whatever, you can do what you want, Tanya. I think I might do 2 of these. No, not Costco today. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe Costco tomorrow. Lance is working tomorrow, so I might have to do Costco on my own. All right, so this is gonna go here. Now, notice there's no sticky up here. So let's get strategic with this. I'm kind of going just on one side, you know? So if you are the person that this makes you nervous, then you could put a piece, I don't have a piece of paper, but you could put a piece of paper like so underneath, do all of your gluing, and then once you're finished gluing, you know, you try your best to not kind of over glue, and then it kind of helps protect it a little bit, you know. So I'm holding my finger there strategically because I only want glue on one side. And I'm keeping my finger there because I'm putting it down on my paper. So I'm just adding the accent piece to the back. Perfect, like so. Whereas this one, I put it all on one side. I think it's fine. I don't think it matters. Okay, now we're gonna add this guy. So I'm just gonna do dimensionals kind of on this side. I'm not sure if popping it up is gonna be in my best interest, but whatever, let's see how we go. Yes, Pam, Costco Garden Center is open. We got some We got some stuff there. You can only take your cart into the garden center if there's nothing in the cart, so do it first. If you have stuff in your cart, then you have to leave it. Whoops. Well, maybe that wasn't such a good idea. I might have to chop that piece. I feel like it's, yeah. That's gonna be a problem. All right, you're getting chopped. That's better. All right. We're gonna be done. We'll just add a few gems and then we'll be done. All right, so I have here, this is like the package of dead gems. I don't know where they came from. It's like after a, look at these pretty, after a making kits and whatnot. I don't know where they go back to sometimes, so I just put them in a random, it's a tiny little dragonfly. I feel like you need to live, whoops, right there. I need my tool. Ooh, that's pretty with the gold. Okay, let's see if this works. Oh yeah. Are you still, you're still a problem. Okay, so note to self, do it this way and put them both on one side, apparently, because they don't get along. I think I'm just gonna cut this last little piece. Okay. And then my other little, I like the gold. It pops nicely. This is bothering me. I want it to sit. There. All right. Might just add a couple more gems. Why not? Well, maybe not. I think these are the in colors. I like the accent piece on, or the gems on the sentiment strip there. All right, so what do you think? Give me a thumbs up if you dig the card. Give me a like if you're on YouTube. Be sure to like or follow the page so that you get notified when I go live. All right, that's it for today. Let me just clear up here. Show you the both of our, so the DSP is just a little bit different. Dragonflies are good for sympathy card. That's a good observation, Pam. I agree. So there's that one, and then here's this one. So you could add some to the center. I might, it's kind of flimsy because this is quite heavy. I might put a layer here in the middle. Because with these, it's thick, but the center here is wobbly. All right, have a fantastic Saturday. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.